undead, where evil lurks in every shadow and monsters roam the streets, mankind's only survival rests in the hands of two Welsh warriors. Armed with boomsticks, chainsaws, bad language, these beacons of hope will stop at nothing to obliterate deadites, vampires, psychotic nurses. So, hold tight, strap in, and let the professionals take charge. Otherwise, you're in for a rough, blood-soaked night.
Hey, what's the beef?
You sound a bit shit, Jenks.
Is that my mic or just in general?
Just in general. Your mic's fine.
No, my mic's fucked, is that?
No, it's fine.
Oh, right, you were joking. Yeah, you right?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Not too bad. Feeling a little bit ropey. Had a few beers last night.
You're an alcoholic, mind. You know that, don't you?
What if I was now and you just like opened a wound?
Out did you? Every Sunday you're hungover, boy.
Yeah, I know. And you know what's worse? I'm at that stage in my life where I'm just drinking in the house. I'm, watching a film with the family, not even going out.
I'm talking shit right now, Jenks, because I do it myself. I did it last night. Few cans and a film. Why not?
Yes, I was watching last night. The Hills Have Eyes, because we did a poll for our members only. We're doing a members only review next week, and Hills Have Eyes is winning. I think it's won. So
right, I've got a bone to pick with you lot in the chat. Who the hell picked Troll 2? Someone voted Troll 2, and I want to know who it was.
And the Hills and House of the Dead's got 9%.
I don't care. We don't care about House of the Dead, right? I'm talking about Troll 2 here. I don't want to point any fingers, but I think it might be Wendy Palfrey. after Birdemic, I reckon it might be Wendy.
What about Vivian?
Yeah, they're both dark horses.
Yeah, well, I figured, two good films, two crap films. So it depends what mood our members are in,
I thought, innit, put two crap ones on there in case they wanted to pick on us. You in particular, because I'll enjoy Troll 2.
Yeah, the problem is, the two crap ones are, you've got about eight versions of it, probably. You got Steelbook, everything, tattoo.
I love how you always make fun of me for the amount of stuff I've got. I am literally just a film fan. That's all I am. We're doing a movie podcast, and you always pick on me for collecting physical media.
I laugh because you don't just have 8 versions of films you love with all your heart. You have 8 versions of films you're like, I hadn't even seen it. I just
what has never happened?
Oh, you had Return of the Living Dead 3 in his packet for years.
Once though, only one of them.
I thought when we reviewed Return of the Living Dead 3, so I haven't even opened it. I thought, well, you'd seen it, but you'd bought it, but you hadn't bought. But he's like, no, I haven't seen it. Full stop.
No, so it was part of the Vestron collection. So you collect all the Blu-rays, and I'm a completionist, Jenks. I'm not just gonna leave that one out because I hadn't seen it or didn't like it. But yes, I had it for about 5 years in the cellophane. I never watched it.
Yeah. I used to be...
Ended up, it's probably my second favourite Return of the Living Dead movie now.
Is that the bar's pretty low? The first one is so high up. And there's such a drop. I know. But yeah, I used to be the same as you. I guess I told you before, when there's VHS, my God, I had every Batman film. I had Batman and Robin just because I loved the first two. I had Blair Witch 2. I actually had a dream the other day about Blair Witch 2 that we were going to review it because it's such a strange film. It's so strange, it's almost worth watching and reviewing it.
What, Book of Shadows?
Book of Shadows. Very, very strange film. To the point
I rewatched Blair Witch 2016 the other night because I've recently got surround sound, haven't I? So I'm just going through my collection, trying to pick the best films for surround sound, and obviously, I think Blair Witch 2016 is ideal for that. And I said to Palf what we're going to watch, and she just had the fear in her eyes. Because they're in the woods, in the dark, there's constant noises and twigs snapping and movement. And it's one of the best experiences I've had with my surround sound so far. It would be that and Evil Dead 2013. Insane surround sound.
I would say if we do another underrated horror, which I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
I think Blair Witch 2030. No,
16.
2016 should be on it. It's very underrated.
It's one of the most underrated films out there. I don't get the hate. I genuinely believe people only hate it because the first one is so iconic, and the 2016 one kind of throws everything out the window from what made the first one special. It shows you the activity, it shows you the witch, you see everything that happens. You know, some people may argue that it's a bit extra, the girl snapping in half and flying up in the air and stuff like that, but that's what I wanted from the first Blair Witch, is the 2016 one. When I watched that in cinema for the first time, it honestly blew me away, and I was a big fan of Adam Wingard at the time, still am. But I've seen it about 6 or 7 times.
I'm a big fan of it.
It's great.
I think the bit where the girl gets snapped is amazing. It's so good. I did enjoy it. Look, I'm very precious in the first one, hence my tattoo. But I still am okay. Look, I can switch my brain off and go, if I want to believe the first one is it, isn't it? You don't really know. And the third one is full on horror. I can separate the two. I don't think it matters. I can just pretend it's a different film. It's not important.
100%. Yeah. It's like the Dawn of the Dead debate, isn't it?
Yeah. You can pretend that Blair Witch 3 isn't canon and still enjoy it. Same as Evil Dead. Look, Evil Dead 2013 is meant to be a sequel, but is pitched as a remake. You have to do a bit of mental gymnastics to make it a sequel. It doesn't fucking matter as long as you enjoy it.
This is my thing, right? As far as found footage movies go, if you separate it from it being in an iconic franchise or an iconic movie, let's not say franchise, there's one good film. If you separate it from being attached to a really iconic original movie, why is it any worse than any other found footage movie out there? In terms of like found footage action, it is up there with the best.
Yeah, you know, when we did a best found footage tier a few weeks ago, I was finding all the films and I put Blair Witch 3 in, and I had to remind myself if it was found footage. I couldn't remember. If they'd completely threw it out. Do you remember? I was thinking, hang on, I'm not even sure because it's so stylized in this, not like
I get you. Grainy. And they're using like top range DSLR cameras,
drones,
so
everything.
It's like ultra HD.
And I thought, and I had to sort of double check it, like, because I was going to put on the list, even though the thing is with this channel, like, I was worried that I was going to put it on, and it's not a found footage. Who cares?
Oh, I know.
If I made a mistake.
I'm going to say hello to a few people, Jenks.
Shoot.
We've got Ella Star. Happy Sunday, people. How are you, Curtis and Jenks? We're very well.
Hi, Ella.
Very well, thank you, Ella. Hope you're good. We've got John Moran. Hiya, Jord.
Jordan, boy.
We've got Vivian. Hiya, Viv.
Hi, Vivian.
We've got Wendy Palfrey.
Wendy.
I threw some accusations your way, Wendy. If it wasn't you, I apologise. Good movie in the thumbnail. Underrated movie in the thumbnail.
Yes.
Very underrated.
I met Wendy for the first time the other week, didn't I? In your house. You were a bit drunk. I was drunk. I think it was during our or just after our drunken live show. She came on web call it was.
Oh right, yeah. I was bloody confused then. Yeah. We've got Jill John. Hiya, Jill. We've got Ben Davis. Hiya, Ben.
You did the usual. Me, my future mother-in-law, Jenks. Hello.
I didn't do that.
No.
I didn't do that. I wasn't that drunk.
No.
We've got Palf. Hiya, Palf.
Go on, Palf.
We got Hugh Huckridge in the chat.
How's it going, Hugh?
We've got JG Michael. Hiya, Michael. How are you doing?
How's it going, JG?
Vivian voted for Hills of Eyes. Good shout. I think majority of people voted Hills of Eyes. There was a few spiteful people in there that voted Troll 2. I'll get to the bottom of it.
We did pick 2 bad films that are bad, but I don't mind watching them. Like The House of the Dead.
Like bad you can watch and make fun of and have fun, you know?
Yes, so I was pretty happy with any of the picks.
Yeah. We've got Gina. Hiya, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Where are we? Look at this. We've got Wolfman's got Nads. Barry, what's happening, Barry?
Barry.
We're looking forward to seeing you next month, pal, at HorrorCon.
Yes.
Really looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yes.
It's been a year, pal. It's been a year.
Yeah, well, we've caught up a few times. We've done some
we've done some stuff online together,
yes, we'll buy you a pint, boy. Well, Curtis will buy you a pint.
You can buy him a pint, boy.
No, you can buy him a pint.
Barry agrees Blair Witch 2016 is underrated.
Yes.
I knew I could count on you, Barry. And Barry likes Freddy's Revenge. There we go.
Freddy's Revenge. Oh, right.
Yeah, part 2,
Yeah.
Great video, by the way, pal. I really enjoyed that one. We've got Gory Tiger. What's happening, Gory? Gina says, I switched the OG Blair Witch off. I was so bored, so I'm never watching the others. I'm not a massive fan of the original, Gina, and I love the 2016 one. If you like found footage movies, highly recommend it. Separate it from the original one. It's a different beast altogether.
Avoid the second one like the plague. It is an absolute shit show.
Yeah, it is. John says, my mate said Predator is amazing in surround sound. He's also a stoner, though. Void. Void. No, I've recently bought the Predator box set on 4K, so I'll be doing those ones soon. Look at this, Dawn. At the crack of dawn.
Well done.
Hiya, Dawn. Thanks for jumping on.
Very punctual lately, isn't she?
Dawn says, Jenks, are you feeling under the weather? You sound a bit like you've had a cold. No, Dawn, you missed it. He's hungover. Don't feel sorry for him. Don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night, so I fell asleep on the couch in the afternoon. Big mistake. So it's going to mean that I'm not groggy now about coffee and stuff. I'm fine, but it'll mean I won't sleep well tonight, and then I'll be shitty tomorrow.
Are you done with the pity party or what?
Well, the show. filling Dawn in about my voice.
About my voice.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you write a bloody book about it?
Anyway,
my voice changes from day to day.
But last night, Curtis, just a side note, I wrote down about 5 built-in horror sketches we can film. Brand new.
For the channel, like sketches for
short films.
Yeah. So we wrote some really good ones. We just haven't got around to doing them.
I was a bit drunk last night, so I haven't checked them in the morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get cracking. Right. We're doing underrated horror. We're going to kick off with 2016's The Shallows.
Yes.
This is the epitome of an underrated film. Now, I don't know where. I think underrated doesn't mean to say it didn't make bank. I'm not sure what the box office was this, but
or even like rated well.
Yeah, it's just kind of a forgotten film, and some people think it's quite shit, and it's just one of those forgotten films. I absolutely love this. It's a little bit too CGI in parts. CGI, is that a word? Probably not.
No, CGI. It is now, Jenks. It is. You can claim that, boy.
Blake Lively. Yes,
can you imagine Bill Gates in The Shallows?
Right, now, forget about how you feel about Blake Lively. She's not in the
Have you seen Bill Gates jumping over a chair? He'd do great.
Blake Lively is super hot in this, regardless how you feel about her off camera. I know she's going through some weird thing. I did read about it. It's very difficult to follow. She's suing somebody.
Baldini.
I think she's a bit of a dick. She sounds like a bit of a dick. She's not quite there with like somebody like what's her name?
She's a bit of a mean girl.
Yeah, she's not quite the same level as Amber Heard. She's a monster. She's a criminal monster. This girl, she just sounds like a bit of a dick.
Criminal monster.
Well, she is, isn't it? She's trying to fucking destroy him. She's just a bit of a bitch. Well, allegedly, we don't really know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know enough, do we? But
that guy could be a bit of a creep. We don't really know the full story. Anyway, I really love this film. I love the premise. I love the fact she's stuck on this rock and she's got to wait for the tide to come in and the rock then will be exposed. No, the rock will sink and she's fucked. So she's running out of time. Big fan of this film. Seen it about 3 times, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Jenks. I remember watching this one in cinema and it blew me away. Now, I will say, probably say it's the best shark movie since Jaws. There hasn't been much competition. For me, I'd name two shark movies outside of Jaws that I love. This Deep Blue Sea. As corny as it is, I've got very massive fondness for Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
And The Shallows as well. It's just a great concept. I love one location movies. She's just, what's it called? A reef? She's just like on a reef, coral reef thing.
Yeah, just on a rock that's the tide is out of the water.
Yeah, so films like this will always impress me because I feel like writers kind of put themselves in this tiny box when they constrict their movies to one location. How the hell can I keep this thing going for 90 minutes plus? She gets to the beach. It does set up a kind of family dynamic it doesn't need. I get it because it makes the story a bit fuller, sets up a family dynamic it didn't need. So you've got that bit at the start with her mother and all the drama. But soon as she's in the water, that's it. She's stuck there for the whole movie. And they kind of do a great job of bringing other characters in that she can interact with, which means we get more kills, more deaths from the shark. And Blake Lively absolutely smashes it. Again, she's not given much to work with. She's stuck on this small rock with a CGI shark. But yeah, I think she absolutely sells this movie. I think the shark looks fantastic. And the action is top notch. The final kill's a bit over the top with the shark.
Yeah, when it goes, it goes right down. It's like chasing that. What's she doing? Is it explosive or something? She's got.
Yeah, it's like a slingshot thing under the water, isn't it? That like shoots her forward, and then she kind of zooms out the way.
The only bit I didn't like was when there was she's on that rock and she's trying to be a doctor or a surgeon or something. She's training. And she's lost her confidence, maybe. I can't remember. And there's a little bird with a bad wing, and she ties his wing up or something.
She called Jason Segel.
Yeah, and the bird's like, I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh God.
And it to me...
Just feed me to the shark.
Yeah, just to me, it was a little bit cheesy, but, it's a small listing. As shark movies go, look at that.
Nothing wrong with a bit of companionship.
Yes.
Nothing wrong at all.
There's quite a lot of good shark films. I'm a big fan of Open Water.
Well, there is, but a lot of them are bogged down with shit sharks. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of decent shark movies. I watch all of them, right? If a shark movie comes out, I'll watch it because I love killer animal movies, especially shark movies. So sometimes, like, I watched The Black Demon. I knew it was going to be shit, but I watched it anyway, right? It's the one where they're stuck on the rig out in the sea, right? And you've got another megalodon. I knew it was going to be shit, but I watched it anyway because I love a shark movie. And the problem is with the majority of them is the sharks look shit. The second I see a bad shot of a shark, the illusion's gone. 47 meters down, 1 and 2, both great films. Second one's a lot weaker than the first one, but another two great shark movies.
I'm almost positive the second 47 meters down is just another movie they just tagged on the title.
Yeah, because they're not even in the cage. Like they thought, we'll just call it Uncaged.
Yeah,
I do like the concept of them finding this cave underwater and the sharks have like adopted to living under there, kind of like The Descent but with sharks. And the sharks are like discolored and they've got like white eyes.
Yeah, I think this is one of the better ones. I really like the Adrift, which was also called.
But that hasn't got a shark in it though.
It does.
No, it doesn't. They're just stuck outside the boat. There's no shark.
I'm sure one of them dies of a shark bite.
No.
I'm almost positive. I think you're wrong.
It's not a shark movie.
Chat, let us know. I'm almost positive.
Adrift is not a shark movie.
It's Open Water 2 as well, though. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a shark attack.
But it's like an anthology, it's called Open Water. What's in the water? Who knows? They just were searching all these scripts floating around. Yeah, no.
That's got water in it.
Adrift is just them stuck off the boat. That's all. They can't get back onto the boat.
I'm sure there's a shark attack in it.
It's the one where there's still a baby on board.
I know, and they can't got a lad. They're terrible design boats, isn't it? I'm sure since that film they must have gone, all right,
All
He's
right,
some
okay.
kind of lad,
We'll,
don't know.
we'll go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. But yeah, I think anyone who's been avoiding this, if they've heard bad things or if they think Blake Lively can't act, she's perfectly fine. She's not the best actor in the world, but she's not a bad actress. She's just not a good actress. Act better than me and you.
Speak for yourself.
Jellyfish. They should make a film just about jellyfish. They are fucking buzzing, aren't they?
They're buzzing, but yeah, that doesn't sound appealing.
You can't even punch a jellyfish. You just sting your hand.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be horrible. It's just literally like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He can't even punch me. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to read a few comments before we get on to the next one. Jenks.
Yes.
Jordan says, Bill Lively, heck of a plumber.
Blake is
Wolfman.
a bloke's name, or in all fairness.
Yeah. Barry says, fun fact, Blake Lively's brother, Jason, is the main star in Night of the Creeps. Well, that is a fun fact. I didn't know
Is
that.
it? Wow, that's a good
I'm
one.
embarrassed to say that I didn't know that because I love Night of the Creeps.
What Bill Lively?
Gina says, never seen it. I was too busy playing GTA 5 at that time. You and me both, Gina. I lost many months on that game. John says, I've had a few times on different streams where my chats aren't visible. Well, we can see all your chats, John,
Yes,
unless
we can
there's
see them
more. Unless there's more. Isn't her sister in Karate Kid 3? Bloody hell. Full family of them. The Culkins. Like the Culkins.
Yeah.
Vivian says, I haven't seen this. It looks good. I love water movies because I'm afraid of the ocean.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, I'm with you, Viv. I won't go in the ocean.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
There's no need for sharks to exist. They're too big, aren't they? I mean, look at that. What's the point of that existing? Other than being terrifying.
Which is the Mandy Moore one?
Oh, it's the cage one.
Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the below, what's it called? 47 meters below.
47 meters below. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot she was in that one. Adrift is not a shark movie. Thank you, Barry.
Right. Okay. I must have.
He's adamant, guys. He's adamant.
Well, I wouldn't put my mortgage on it, but it must be a Mandela thing. I thought it was somebody got attacked by a shark in it.
Yeah. Well, Vivian does say, I think someone got bit in open water too. That was actually a crab.
I'm sure someone gets and dies and bleeds to death.
They might get bit, but it's probably the scene isn't impactful enough for me to even think there was ever a shark in it. But you can't say it's a shark movie. It's not a shark film.
Well, I didn't say it was a shark movie. There's a shark in it. You said there's no shark in it.
No. You said.
Right.
Oh, there's plenty of great shark movies. Adrift, for example, and then named loads of shark movies.
Is Dangerous Animals a shark movie?
Oh, Jenks, don't be so ridiculous. Yes.
Well,
there's plenty of sharks in that.
It's only two scenes of sharks.
Stop it. You need to stop. Is Dangerous Animals a shark movie?
Have you seen Jaws 3?
You've gone back to your old ways, you have, boy.
Have you
You've
seen
gone back to your old ways.
Have you seen Jaws 3?
No, I have not seen Jaws 2 or 3.
Jaws 3 is the shark is so big that the diver guy is in his mouth and still alive. It's so big, and he's like inside his mouth. I think, yeah, it's actually got a really good cast. You got
Michael Caine.
Dennis Kidd. No, he's in the fourth one. He is Dennis.
Oh, there's 4.
Yeah, Revenge. The one where the shark has revenge is the fourth one.
I had no idea there was
so
4
the
Jaws
the
movies.
third one is the water park. It's not too bad. It's 3D. It's a bit naff. And they've got a baby shark, and the mother's trying to attack the water park because they've got the baby shark as a prisoner. So it's quite a good story, and the shark is huge. You got Lewis Gossett Jr. And Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
Got a good cast. I think it's all right.
Yeah, I'm not fussed on them at all. Not even fussed on the first one. Why would I like the sequels?
Well, you like the Blair Witch 3. You just said you didn't like the first one.
Yeah, it's a fair point, actually.
It is on the same stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we ready to move on?
As ready as I'll ever
be.
be.
I'll leave you kick this one off, good.
Yes, so when did I watch this? Was it last night or the night before? Anyway, I don't usually do preps for these lives because we don't exactly go into too much detail on the films. We just like to talk about them in passing, basically. We're a horror channel. We
Unless we
talk
do
about
a
movies in
review.
passing.
Unless we do
Yeah,
a
unless
review.
we do a review. But these ones, I don't tend to do any research. But I hadn't seen this one in a couple of years, maybe longer. So I took the opportunity to rewatch it last night. And I even, to me, this movie, I'm one of the people that made this movie underrated because I remember it coming out. I watched it, I really liked it, but I never really went back to it again. I watched it last night and it's one of the best modern horrors out there, Jenks.
Yeah,
Easily. I think this is a movie that's, for some reason, has passed everyone by. Again, like The Shallows, it came out and disappeared. It is phenomenal. And in terms of like horror cinematography and the shots they set up in this movie is very similar to Evil Dead 2013. Like, you could take so many snapshots from this movie and just frame that picture as a piece of artwork because it is gorgeous. It's basically about a father, son, what are they called?
A mortician.
Mortician, man. So a father and run mortician. Their son played by
Emil Hirsch.
Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
He's about to go on a date with his girlfriend and a fresh new body gets brought into the morgue. He decides to stay back and help his father. I think it doesn't fully explain, but I'm sure his father's recently had a heart attack or something.
Yes.
Doesn't want to leave him alone, so he stays back.
Brain Cox.
Yes, they get Jane Doe in and they start obviously pulling her open and operating on it to find out what happened. And they start to discover things about the body. This one is very twisty. So I don't want to go into too much detail. But it's all set in the morgue. It's just them two in there. And I feel like the deeper they dig with the body, the more they discover, the more bad things start happening around the morgue. And it's just perfect. The pacing is fantastic. Both the leads are brilliant. And the Jane Doe body is phenomenal. I don't know who the hell built that, but it is phenomenal.
She's super hot. She's
Jenks.
No, she is. The woman who plays the Jane Doe is a real person for the most part. She's I think she's like a Polish model or something. I had to Google it. I was like, who is this girl? I've never seen her before. She's like a model. And it's because I couldn't show a lot of photos of this because most of the time she's naked.
Of course.
But she's very beautiful and she's just like, it's mesmerizing because she hasn't had any decay, and that's what the mystery is.
She's just like ice white.
Yeah, and what's great about it is because Brian Cox is like the main mortician, the senior. He's still he's teaching his son the ropes. So you're basically through the eyes of the son. The son obviously knows stuff, but Brian Cox always asks him questions about why is this strange? Why is this strange that I've opened her up, and what's strange about this? And the son will go, well, a kidney should be rotten or whatever. Yes, correct. So he's be able to do a lot of exposition without it being exposition.
Through his son. Yeah.
It's a and they're solving a mystery through this body, the clues, and then as they're there, things start going strange. The lights flicker.
And the body comes from a horrific murder scene. Obviously, the film opens up with a group of police officers in this house, and there is just bodies everywhere, like completely mutilated. They find this body in the basement, just about unearthed from the floor, ice white, still gorgeous, not a mark on her. Obviously, then take her to the mortician. They start digging, and I watched it last night for the first time in, oh my God, maybe 5 years, and I don't know why. I am one to go back and watch films a lot. I bought it on Blu-ray when it came out and watched it, and I never went back to it. I don't know why. Maybe it scared me too much. I don't know. But this is, as far as horror movies go, it is absolutely top class, and it's classy as hell. It's so well made.
The main horror comes from what she does. She kind of manipulates the surroundings. You don't watch real. So there's a dead body in like one of the drawers that kind of comes alive. And they get kind of snowed in, or the storm, they're stuck in the and just things start going wrong all the time, and it's so frightening. The body doesn't move, but she seems to be manipulating the surroundings. And it is so claustrophobic. It's so well made.
There's a great setup as well where Emil Hirsch's girlfriend, she comes down to the morgue and Brian Cox lets her see one of the dead bodies. And one of the dead bodies has got a bell around their foot. And she questions, like, what's up with the bell? And he's like, well, you know, back in the day, sometimes people would get it wrong. They'd think someone was dead. And they weren't. So they put a bell around their leg. So if they were alive and they're in this drawer, you know, the bell will ring. And you know straight away, right? You go, okay, they're setting up a scare. They're setting up a scare.
Totally.
But
Brian...
I just seen Ella's comment saying no spoilers. Ella, there won't be any spoilers on this one, I promise.
So Brian Cox, I'm a big fan of him. I haven't seen Succession. Right? But I love him in X-Men 2. I love him in pretty much anything he does. He's an amazing actor. He's almost too good for the movie.
The original Hannibal in Manhunt, Michael Mann's Manhunt.
He's a great actor, and apparently, I think this is actually true. I don't think he's an apparently. So he's the host of Amazon's 007's Road to a Millionaire or Road to Million. So they got a spin-off James Bond quiz show where people are going to do like things to win money. It's got nothing to do with James Bond because Amazon have bought the rights to James Bond.
They're going to
just tagged it. And Brian Cox is the host. And apparently he thought he was signing up for one of the movies. And that apparently that's true. He's like, oh, I didn't fucking know.
And he's like stuck in a contract now.
Well, he's obviously made bank because he's in Series 2. He's the presenter of Series 2. So obviously he thought, I'm here now. It's easy money.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, they bought MGM, and MGM own the rights to
I know. The first thing I ever seen Brian Cox in was Hammer's House of Horrors, the series.
Oh, is it?
He's in one of the episodes, yeah. Full head I say full head of hair. He's still got hair now, but thick black hair, you know.
He's one of those people that's always been old, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, never been yes. But like Danny Glover, he's always been old. And
I watched an interview with him recently, and he was saying, "Do you know what's crazy?" He said, "Like, he's like, I've been acting since since the 70s, maybe like mid to late 60s, and he's like, hardly anyone has ever stopped me on the street. I've never recognised him. Just one of those actors who's in things, but nobody really knows who I am. I can walk the streets and go to the supermarket on my own, but it wasn't until Succession, in his old age, that he's getting stopped in the street constantly."
Oh yeah, it's it must be bittersweet. It must be quite cool, but it must be quite annoying.
It's not for me, Succession. I don't fancy it at all. I don't like stuff about business and politics.
It's one of those shows. Everybody tells me it's saying, "Oh, you got to watch." You know, by the time season 2, season 3 comes out, you'll be in love with it. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot of homework.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, that's a lot of homework.
Sometimes a couple of episodes is homework, Jenks.
Yes.
If I'm not invested in the first 2 episodes, I don't tend to carry on, to be honest.
Look at
that, right? 2 episodes, that's 2 hours. That's longer than a regular movie. Are you going to wait the whole 90 minutes to make a decision? And I don't mean to make your final decision now, to be like, okay, whether you liked it or not, to go, I don't think this is for me.
Yeah, and
it's finished.
And most of the time, you only stick with the bad first 2 episodes if you've been pre-warned that, trust me, by episode 3, it'd be worth it. Like, all right, okay, if you say so. Then, yeah. But if you're watching it for the first time with everybody, you're like, I'm really fucking bored. I don't get it. Like, when I write a book, I'm very conscious to make sure that the first chapter is entertaining. I won't go, I'll just read half of the book and then you might be entertained. It's like, you've got to get it straight away.
100%, you know, and I love movies that do that when they've got like an opening that does connect with the main story, but it's just a little teaser of what's to come. Yeah. Very much like the new trend that Evil Dead's gone down with Evil Dead 13 and Evil Dead Rise of having this like really cool opening.
Yeah.
To let you know what you're in for, you know?
Well, I did a video last week, Dawn of the Dead, right? The remake. And I spent a big chunk of it talking about how amazing the opening was, where there's just so many chunks of brilliance in that first 5 minutes. And you're like, why don't every film just look at this and think, right, unless we can get an opening as good as this, let's just go back to the drawing board, just to make sure that 100%. It's spot on, like. Any reading comments before we move on?
Let's have a look. Jordan says William Wallace's uncle. Oh, there we are, yeah. Because I haven't actually seen Braveheart, guys. I've never watched Braveheart.
What?
I'm not, right. These are the three things I'm not into, right? Politics, business, and when I say like politics and business, I'm talking about like House of Cards, those types of shows. No interest at all. And historical movies. I'm no interest whatsoever. Gladiator, Braveheart, Dancing with Wolves, any of those sort of like historic, epic movies, I have no interest whatsoever. Anything set in like the Victorian times, anything set in the medieval times, apart from Army of Darkness, which really shows how trashy I am as a film fan. That's the only medieval film I watch.
Right, Curtis.
And maybe Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Curtis, you do know that Army of Darkness is not historically accurate, do you?
Shut up, you fool. I said medieval. What have we got?
Can you imagine you didn't say that? I like my history films. I like Army of Darkness.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just never had any interest. Jordan says he's in the Ring remake as well.
Yes, he is. He's the farmer.
Gina says, if not already, consider subscribing and becoming a member of the Twisted Knights for 99 pence a month for fun perks. Vivian says, there used to be a show called That Guy Thursday. They talked about the movies those guys were in that no one knows their name. I've never heard of that, but I'd want to check that out. There's loads of those actors in there.
There's loads, there's piles of them. Like, it's a bit like that. I've forgotten the name actually. The girl with the big lips who's in everything. She was in. She's the young kid from The Conjuring. I mentioned the other day. What's her name? Exactly.
God.
She's even in
Presley, something Presley.
No. She's the young girl.
She's in The Lie.
Yeah, and she's in the train film. What's it called? Bullet Train. That's probably the biggest role she's done. Bullet Train. She's like one of the villains.
Do you know? Right? Do you know why I said Presley? Her name is Joey King, and I was thinking of Elvis Presley, the King. You know, I just spitballing you. Yeah, Joey King.
She's one of those people that's clearly very successful, very talented in everything. She's getting plucked for any role because she's reliable, probably. It's like I had to Google her name.
Well, you may be on your own on that one, Jenks. Maybe on your own.
Yeah, she wasn't Elvis Presley anyway. I know that much.
Hey! The Lie's a good shout for underrated.
Yes.
Great film.
We're ready to move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, The Invitation. Now, I think you may well have recommended this to me, and it came out. I have written my notes down. I've got notes. 2015, 10 years old now. It says, sometimes your recommendations are spot on. Now not to recommend me shit like Street Trash and Night of the Monster 9. But this was a brilliant recommendation.
The Monster 9.
Sounds awesome, actually. I don't mind that. I love movies like this. So I'll give you the gist of the plot. This dude and his missus get invited to like a reunion, like a dinner party. Reunion, yeah, and something's off about the dinner parties. It just seems like they've all been invited there under false pretense, and you don't know what's going on, and it builds and builds and builds, and it's hard. It's a hard one to sell because there isn't much to it. It's just a dinner party, but it is fucking brilliant, honestly.
The best thing I can say about this movie, this is another one now I've watched in the last week because of this live. I've watched it a few times now. I absolutely love this movie. But yeah, like you said, so the woman whose house he gets invited to is his ex-wife. They had a tragedy together, and they ended up breaking up. And she's disappeared for 2 years to Mexico. Nobody has seen her for 2 years. And all of a sudden, all her friends get an invitation to go to her house. None of them have seen her for 2 years. They don't know what she's been doing, where she was, anything. So they all go there, and you can tell straight away that they're a really close-knit group of friends. They've all, by the sounds of it, known each other all their lives, right? They're really close. They've got loads of inside jokes. And the movie kind of slowly builds these relationships up. And there's a big difference between boring and slow. Now, slow sometimes can be a very good thing because how impactful the second half of this movie is. This movie needs to be extra slow.
Yeah.
But because all the actors are great, you really get to build up these relationships. You get to feel how close they are because the second half is so rough.
Oh, yeah.
They need to take their time to build up these relationships to show you these are real friends. They've known each other a long time, and you really feel for them. And when the horrible stuff does start happening, it really hits.
Yeah.
And this is one of the slowest burn movies I've seen, Jenks. It takes a good hour to get things going, maybe a bit longer. But that hour is so full of dread with nothing happening at all. It's just, there's something off with the wife because her character doesn't match these people anymore because they're all quite quirky and funny and a bit mad. And they all notice straight away that something's off with her. She's got this new boyfriend and she doesn't match their energy anymore. And that creates tension amongst the friends and they're going off and talking in groups about what's going on. And as slow as the first half is, it is so filled with dread and tension. It's insane. It is a masterful movie.
Yeah, because if you're a writer and if you're ever wondering how do I entertain people without having to show much action, and if you watch this movie, if you're trying to be a writer, this is how you do it. It, like you said, the first half is very slow. It's just a dinner party, just lots of conversation, but you are entertained. And sometimes you can't put your finger on why it's so entertaining. It's just really well written. The dialogue is punchy. And yes, I suppose some people out there, if you're a big fan of something really trashy all the time, you don't only like Sharknado, you're probably gonna not enjoy this film. But yes, I honestly, I'm in awe. Like when I'm writing, I don't have the skill to be able to write this long without a zombie coming in. I'd be like, oh god, this is very boring. I need something to happen. But the writing and the direction, this is spot on. And you can't wait. You can't wait for it to kick off because you know it's coming.
Yeah, and what's the lead's name again, Jenks? He was in Upgrade.
Logan Marshall Green.
Logan Marshall Green. He is phenomenal in this. You can see, like, right from the first frame that he's a bit damaged, even before anything's explained.
Yeah.
And because he's so damaged and because he's got such a history with his ex-wife, the second he steps foot in that house, he's suspicious, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he portrays that so well. There's so many bits where his anxiety, suspicion goes overboard and he always gets talked down. And even though you know there's something sinister going on, you kind of side with them and you're like, no, you're being very disrespectful now. Everyone's having, a nice get-together, having a nice meal, and you're ruining it for everyone.
Yeah.
But you know his history, you know there's something sinister going on, but they do a good job of, like, playing you off each other,
Oh, yeah. I would highly recommend this. I know a lot of people haven't seen this. I know a lot of people haven't even heard of it. There's another film called The Invitation, a vampire one. That's a pile of shit. We watched that together, Kurt. Don't get confused with that. It's got that...
I can't remember her name now.
She's smoking hot black chick. She's in Fast and Furious, and she's in Hollyoaks.
That movie was horrendous. Oh my god. Yeah,
it was. She was invited to her boyfriend's family, and they're rich, and this vampire is fucking crap.
Yeah. It was an absolute pile of crap. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think if you like stuff like that, it's fine. But don't get confused. I'm guessing there's quite a few films called The Invitation. It's quite a popular title. This one, I think it's still on Shudder, isn't it? It's a Shudder one, isn't it? It's always been on there, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon anyway.
Oh, well, anyway, yeah. It's class. We're not going to spoil the ending, obviously, because I genuinely believe most people are like, what the fuck is this? Never heard of it. Trust us. As long as you're not completely only into trash, as long as you don't mind slow like I said, when I say slow burn, I don't mean it's boring. It's just not, there's no murders.
Well, that's what I mean. There's a big difference between, like, boring and slow burn, or even slow. Like, if a film has got, like, good slow burn, I wouldn't call it slow. You would kind of explain it a different way. Now, there's plenty of films out there that I would call slow and boring because it doesn't bring you in. It doesn't engage you. This movie does that straight away.
Yeah, it's like the first episode of what's his name? Jeffrey Dahmer, the Monsters Netflix series with I've forgotten his name now. The dude who played him. Anyway,
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters. That first episode is just him in his apartment talking to the guy, yeah. And there's nothing happening, and you just feeling tension. That's what this is like. Maybe not as intense because you know Jeffrey Dahmer's a murderer, and you know what's coming. But there's nothing much happens. But fuck me, you're entertained, and this is in some ways better because you do not know what's coming, and it's very satisfying.
If there's anyone in the chat, this is my big recommendation for tonight. I think The Invitation would be my biggest recommendation because I think it's the most underrated. I think it's the one that more people wouldn't have seen. Jane Doe is probably the better movie in terms of entertainment, but I feel like a lot more of you would have seen that one. But this is my big recommendation for tonight.
Yeah, because Jane Doe pops up on a lot of other people's channels, underrated.
Yeah.
This one doesn't, I don't think.
I'm going to read a few comments. Jordan says banger after banger tonight. Yes, Jordan. We picked a special 5 movies tonight, and we got another 2 bangers coming up as well. Vivian says The Invitation was good, very suspenseful and strange. Yeah, spot on, Viv. Ella says I enjoyed The Invitation, but wouldn't watch it again. Good tension building. I wouldn't say you're crazy for not wanting to watch it again. Like I said, it's a proper slow burn. And I feel like the film may change a little bit once you know the reveal and you've seen the ending. I, for some reason, have seen it multiple times.
I was planning on watching it last night, but I watched Hills of Eyes. I was going to watch it afterwards because I haven't seen this. I probably watched it. When do you recommend it to me? When it first came out?
Was 10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so it's at least 5 years ago I watched it, I think.
Yeah. John says John Carroll Lynch is another one of those actors nobody remembers the name of, and he's great in everything. He's the guy with the horseshoe hair. Yes, I know that guy. He's awesome. He plays the clown from American Horror Story, and he's in Zodiac, Dave Fincher's Zodiac. He's a fantastic actor.
I'll tell you somebody. Another one, he's not an actor. Robert Zemeckis, right? Everyone knows his movies. Nobody knows who the fuck his name is and who directed. Like, he's the most iconic director ever, probably one of them. Anyway,
look at this. We've got Sam Jones. What's happening, Sam? Yes, lads. Late joining. We'll have to catch up on the recommendations. First time with Savini's night of tonight. Let's go. Yes, I hope you enjoy your pal. I had mine in the post a few days ago, last week. What an experience, man. Seeing it for the first time fully uncut. I just wish Savini did a bit more with directing. I just feel like maybe it wasn't for him. Maybe he didn't really, it wasn't something he was pushing. But it's a shame he didn't direct more.
What are you talking about?
Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, right. I thought it was someone else said Night of. I didn't. All right. 1991.
Who Huckridge says a movie even better than The Invitation is Ralph Fiennes' The Menu. If you haven't seen it, it's a must watch. I'll agree with you there, Who.
Yes.
The Menu, tonally quite similar to The Invitation, actually.
Yeah.
But yes, I think The Menu is a better film.
Menu is one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite films of 2023, wherever it came out, 2022.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It's quite popular, so I wouldn't put it on this list. It's amazing. Yeah.
Wendy says The Menu was a very good watch. It is, Wendy. It's a cracking film. And we've got Skilly. Hiya, Skilly. Hope you're doing well. The Invitation is one of my favorites. Great acting and a great story. Awesome to see some love for The Invitation.
Oh, this guys. More popular than we thought. Right then. Done? Yes.
Yeah.
Caught up.
Yeah.
Right, next up. Cheap Thrills.
Now, this is one of my absolute favourite movies, Jenks. I lent this to a friend I used to get the train with a few years ago, and I never got the Blu-ray back. And I haven't spoke to him since, Jenks. I told him, I'm not speaking to you until you give my Blu-ray back. This is one of those movies when I watched for the first time, I bought it on Blu-ray. I was throwing that Blu-ray to anyone who would take it off me, honestly. Everyone I knew had to see this movie. It's one of the most fun, batshit insane movies ever. It's got Champ Kind. He doesn't say whammy once though, which is a shame. But no, this is a great movie. It's got, what's his name? Ethan Headley, is it?
Pat Healy.
Pat Healy, man. Pat Healy.
David Keckner, is it?
Yeah, he's basically a guy down on his luck. He's going to be evicted from his flat. His missus has dumped him. He's having a drink in the bar, all depressed. And he bumps into Champ Kind, and he's basically like this typical rich knob doing coke on the table in front of everyone, doesn't care. He's got 2 hot girls of him. He basically ends up chatting with this guy, and he offers him, I think, $50 to go slap a woman's ass. And he does it, and then it escalates. So he's like, all right, go and punch that guy and I'll give you $100. All right, I'm desperate for money, I'll do it. And then he basically ends up going back to this guy's house, and he keeps giving him tasks to do, which get more and more crazier. And the money goes higher and higher. You know, I'll give you 10 grand to chop your thumb off. And they just keep escalating and going worse and worse and worse. And it really shows like the desperation of man. Like, what will you do for money? And it is batshit.
Yeah, I love this. Somebody recommended this. We watched it on a movie night. Hadn't heard of it. Absolutely loved it. Love the simplicity. It's so strange seeing David Keckner. You can pronounce his name, is it?
Yeah, just say Champ Kind.
Champ Kind. What's that?
Whammy.
Yes.
Anchorman.
All right, I don't know his name in it. I just know him as Todd Parker, mainly from The Office. He's not a very versatile actor. He's the same guy all the time. Anyway, I love it. Believe it or not, it's based on Roald Dahl's story. Do you know that?
Really?
Roald Dahl, yes. It's credited as Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl, one of his earlier stories that's not for children, apparently.
Well, he's written a fair amount of dark stuff, hasn't he? He hasn't just done kids' books.
No, but some of his kids' stuff is quite dark, but obviously with a kid twist. This is just like really early on where, he's a bit of a genius, and he's Welsh. Take that.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It's very, very, this reminds me of being I wouldn't say a kid, I still do it now. We still always do. Right, how much with it? Well, I'm not going to say what we use.
Yeah, you still do it. You still do it.
Do you not like choppy stuff? Or you disgusting stuff? And everyone's like, I would never do it. Well, £1 billion. Well, okay, £1 billion. Well, you would do it.
I love that you said, when I was a kid, I used to do it all the time. We were literally on a plane going somewhere, and I had to tell you to shut up because you wouldn't stop. How much money? How much money? How much money to do this? How much money to do this?
It gets annoying when people say, I would never do it. And I'll say £1 billion. They go, well, I do it for $1 billion. Well, that is money then. Christ's sake. And then I go down from there now. We're about 2 million. Well, maybe. And then it goes down like 500 grand. And it's 10 grand. Oh my God. Cheaper than you thought. This film, we're not going to give away too much. There's not much to give away apart from what happens at the very end. It's just is what it is. The concept is very simple. Like I said, the money's going up and up and up and up.
And there's a second guy with him as well. That's kind of tagged along.
And they're kind of competing because of getting worse and worse and worse. Look, I'll chop my finger off. And the other guy's, no, I'm not going to do that. And it gets worse. And they kind of dare each other almost. It's very simple, very enjoyable. Very hard not to enjoy this film because it's simple. And it's like, it could have been a really good episode of Black Mirror, like an hour-long, intense film. What's
really great about this one is that Champ Kind, I'll call him Champ Kind because I keep forgetting his name. He seems like this sinister presence. Once they're in his house and horrible things are happening, it's a full-on horror movie, right? There's loads of laughs to be had, but it feels sinister, it feels off, and you feel like these guys cannot leave. This guy is a normal person with too much money that just wants a good night. They can leave whenever they want to. They just decide to stay. And that's the best part about the film, is that this house feels like a house of horrors. He feels like the villain, but he's not. He's not. He's just a guy with a lot of money who's willing to pay him a lot of money to do stupid shit.
He never gets dark in his own. He never forces anyone to do. He's just genuinely, I will give you this money. And
and it's a great twist because usually these type of stories, they go a certain way. You've got a rich guy who wants to see horrible things happen to people. Yeah. And he'll maybe lock someone in a room and say, fight for whatever money. Yeah. It's great because he's like, no, I'm just having fun. You guys can leave whenever you want. But if you want £1 million, do this.
Yeah, you never feel like they're prisoners. It's not like Would You Rather, where it starts off like, oh, I'll make a bit of money, and it gets darker and darker. And I just want to read this quick. Jordan says, Roald Dahl's Human Centipede. Love it. One of his earlier ones.
Charlie Bear have a bucket to be the front of the line.
Yeah. I gotta say, Kurt, I fucking hate that cover. That is the worst cover. It's so
awful,
bad. They're not even in the same. But it's all superimposed, and they're just
it's gotta be a hard movie to make a poster of.
If it was just him, it wouldn't be so bad. Because they're all there in all stupid angles, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I would highly recommend. I'm almost positive this is free on Amazon or something. I'm almost positive.
Funnily enough, when me and my girlfriend first started talking, and she was trying to get into movies to impress me, I suppose, she was always asking me for recommendations. This was the first movie I got her to watch, and she thought, what the hell have I got myself into?
I thought Street Trash was one of the first you put on for her.
No, that was Together. I'm talking like apart. Give me a movie to watch and I'll watch it on my own type thing, you know?
Yes, I see.
But yes, friend who I lent the Blu-ray to, you know who you are. If you're watching this,
ex-friend.
I want my Blu-ray back. I haven't replaced it yet. I'm waiting for the 4K. This movie's not going to get a 4K.
Yeah, no. Ready to move on?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, last on the list. This is the newest. This came out 2024. It's Mads. I'm assuming I should pronounce it. It's quite big because they got when you see written, it's Mads with a big S, as if it's Mad S, but it's Mads. This is on Shudder. I think it's a Shudder. Well, it is a Shudder original. It's a zombie movie with a difference. It's not the same as it's more virus. I know it's virus, doesn't even matter, but. This boy gets kind of infected, and it's like found footage. It's not, no one's filming them. It's got that vibe of one shot where they're following them. There are cuts in it. Oh no, is it cuts? It is hidden cuts, isn't it?
Hidden cuts, yeah.
Hidden cuts. One long takes.
It cleverly bounces from characters down the street, and it gives you turns.
It gives you the illusion of one continuous take. So it starts off with a boyfriend. He gets infected. When you get infected, it's very, very slow, and it's not the same as like you just die and come back or anything like that. You start losing your humanity slowly.
Yeah. And
for me, the film doesn't really start well. It starts well until the girlfriend gets infected.
Oh my God.
Spoiler alert. It's the only spoiler we'll give, but she's in all the marketing, so
that's it.
She
the only
steals
spoiler.
the show. Absolutely.
As much as I love the first half, I like the first half more than you did. I can remember you saying the first half wasn't as good, and it kind of gripped you when the second half came in. You agree, yeah?
You can forgive the slowness.
I loved the first half, but then soon as we get that swap when it's going down the street and it goes to the girlfriend. Oh my God, it is one of the most batshit crazy movies ever. And it feels quite grounded up until that point. But the shit that happens when she takes control of that camera is insane. There's so many over-the-top massive moments, great zombie action, really original concept in terms of the one-take shot for a zombie movie. And this is a movie that just got chucked on Shudder. I would love to have seen this movie on the big screen. It was actually, and this is nice for it to come back round now, because Jordan Moran was actually the person who recommended this to us on our Facebook page. So I had kind of heard about it, but Jordan posted it on our Facebook group. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. I watched it that night. And it's kind of come back round now. We're talking about it again on an underrated chat. But this movie blew me away. I think it made it in my top 5. If it didn't make it in my top 5, it just missed out. But I absolutely love this movie. It's another one I was shouting from the rooftops for people to watch.
So when she's just the girlfriend at the start, she's quite irritating. And I couldn't imagine falling in love with her because she's just the annoying girlfriend that's giving him shit. Obviously, she's got the right to give him shit because he's clearly not acting normally. But when she gets infected, it's so fucking good. It's so unique because in this one, she not just becomes like a 28 Days Later zombie. She's got her humanity in waves. Yeah. So she does horrible things, but then she's like, oh, sorry. And as if she's like,
Yeah, she
more
throws
like she's
that
on
guy in the
drugs.
river.
Yeah, and she's saying sorry as if she's on drugs or she's drunk. But she's getting worse and worse and twitching, and then she's having waves of humanity, and she's been very reckless, as if it taps into your reckless side, or whatever. It's not
Oh,
just like
100%.
you
Yeah,
become a
I
zombie,
agree.
you want to kill people. And I kind of like, fell in love with her because she's so engaging. The way,
Well,
because she has all the best things to do. Like, he's just in the nightclub, it's a bit vague, but she's on the streets and she has the most fun.
yeah, and you've got the great scenes on the moped. Oh my
Yeah.
god. And again, when she's on the back of the moped, this bit, and she's rubbing blood in her face, like those
Yeah.
sinister things coming out of her. And yeah, it's like there is like a switch in it where she goes from sinister to normal, never truly takes over. I love this movie. The second half, like I said, is the best half, but it's when they get in that apartment complex at the end, Jenks. Holy shit. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Blew me away.
There's so many zombie movies, so many repetitive zombie movies, and this does something very different, not massively different. I think it's just the fact that, and it's not the first time you have a zombie as the point of view. It's been done a lot of times, but this does this.
Like,
You are.
as the protagonist.
Yeah, but it does it so well. But it switches from infected, from him to her, and it does it effortlessly. And the cuts are so well hidden. It's a bit like Irreversible. You cannot see the cuts at all. I highly recommend this. I think it's worth rent. I think it's worth having Shudder just for the month for this film and just getting your money's worth.
100%. I'm gonna read a few comments. Where are we? Jordan says, "Oof, Mads is phenomenal." It is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Vivian says, "Mads sounds good. I'll watch it later." Highly recommend this one. Obviously. Ella says, "Absolutely loved Mads. It was actually done in one take, and they only rehearsed it a few times. Very well done. Agree. The second half not as good. No, the second half was the best half."
Well, it was in one take, was it?
I don't think the whole film would have been. Maybe like big sections of it, but there's way too much.
I can't remember.
Way too much action in the second half for it to be one shot.
Yeah, what was? Oh no, it was Adolescence. They were doing an episode, but there was only 1 hour and less going on. I mean, if they did do it in one take, it's not.
Yeah, if they did, amazing. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's too much ground to cover. There's too many characters. There's too much action. I don't think they'd be able to pull it off.
I'd have to look into it possibly, but
yeah. You may be right there, love, but
there is a film, see, a 2 hour film. I'm thinking it might be a French film. It's all one take, and it's
just
2
going
hours.
through hallways and stuff in it.
And you're thinking, why make it 2 hours? Why not make it 80 minutes? Why make it so hard?
Jordan says, "Same writer and director as Them, 2006, which is also amazing." Yeah, that's the one with the Yobs in it attacking that house. I'm pretty sure that's a great film. Don says, "Never watched this one." Highly recommend this one, Don.
It's really good.
Look at this. This is what this live was all about. Skilly has never even heard of Mads.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what we're doing this for, guys, to recommend great movies. Sorry, I meant the first half. Oh, there we are. That makes more sense.
Thank goodness for that. Yeah, honestly, this chick. Look, do you know what bugs me about the Oscars and like the Emmys and all these fucking Golden Globes? They just give out awards to any old shit. Why isn't she won an Oscar for this role? Like, no, because it's a zombie movie. Like, and it's okay. I know it's foreign. I think it's French. Was it? I can't remember now. Is it French? This film? I forgot
maybe.
Now. Anyway, she deserves an Oscar. If you watch her perform, if you haven't seen it, when you watch it, you'll go, yeah, what she does, the way she acts. She didn't have a lot of dialogue when she's obviously infected, but fuck me, you just can't keep your eyes off her. She's so good, and she has so much fun with this role. Honestly, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, like my thing as well is I don't think Sally Hawkins will be up for an Oscar this year. She absolutely should be. Horrors just aren't recognised in the same way.
No, it's a crock of shit.
Look at this. John says, "Mads was one take, as Ella said. Think they said 3 takes in consecutive days." So what do you mean by 3 takes in consecutive days?
They filmed the whole film 3 times, and they had the best take. That's what I think. That's what they
That
did
is
with.
insane.
That's what they did with Adolescence. So when I watched the making of, they said like we got this on the third or the fourth take. They just do it all. As crazy as it is, I'd say it's more of the camera works the hardest because plays and theaters do it every night. Innit?
Yeah,
There's just one take. I know they go off stage for some periods, but some don't. Some are on stage for an hour, 2 hours. I just think it's the camera work. That's what the difficulty is: setting shit up and
yeah.
switching
I'm shocked because so much happens in this movie, and especially the second half. How the hell did they pull that off?
on the motorbike as well. How
Yeah,
you
I
do that?
know.
It's very clever.
Jesus Christ. I'll have to look into it. I was quite certain then, only because of how impressive that would be that they wouldn't have been done in one take.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
and like I watched the studio recently with what's his name, Seth Rogen, and that is pretty much one take for the majority. But you can see there's definitely hidden cuts
Yeah,
because there's a
yeah,
lot of swipes. It's very clever, but it's a trick that a lot of people know how to do now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should have a category in the Oscars for like horror, comedy, whatever.
Horror is like horror's been around for a long time, right? And it's been popular for a long time.
Yeah,
We've gone through great periods, but I feel like horror at the moment over the last few years has really hit a peak.
yeah, it's brilliant.
I think it's definitely at the point now where it could be considered in an award category because horrors aren't schlocky anymore. They're not made for what's the word? For cheap thrills.
Yeah,
There's been so many top tier, highbrow horror movies over the last few years, and we've got more and more directors turning to horror and making their vision horror. You've got really talented people with insane skills just doing horror movies. Yeah, there's got to be at some point a category for this shit. Like,
yeah. Sam Jones said, "Did you see the Woody Harrelson film they shot live? Not a really good film from the memory, but impressive. I did see it. It's something London, is it? Something London, Lost in London, I think it was called.
yeah.
I saw
I haven't
it.
seen it, but I know about it.
Yeah, he ends up in jail. It's quite clever. It was live. It was. I quite look. It's not. It's an enjoyable film. It's not. There's not much happens, but they shot it live. How the fuck is really
What, and
clever?
like streamed it live, like people can
Streamed
watch
it
it in real
live,
time.
shot it live, one take. Well, obviously, if it's live.
Yeah.
So what they do with it is really quite clever.
I'll have to. I know the film. I just didn't know its story. You know.
Yeah,
Gory says the award show doesn't take horror films serious, 100%. When's the last time, guys? I think it was Anthony Hopkins for Hannibal Lecter.
did the
Jordan Peele won Best Original Screenplay for Get Out.
Yeah, Sixth Sense. I think the boy was nominated for an Oscar. And did Hereditary get any nods?
Don't think so. Not that I
Yeah.
know of. I don't know for certain.
Yeah.
John says, I'm certain this director is doing something big next, but IMDb doesn't have it. I'm sure I've read something, Jod. I'm sure I have. And I wouldn't be surprised. Absolutely deserves it. Just read today, 1917 is actually 30 separate cuts, but was superb one take. Yeah, no, I know that one was definitely hidden cuts.
Yeah, because there's a scene where it's daytime, then it cuts to night, and it's like, how was it one take? And ridiculous.
Shit in the UK. Shot in the UK. Ella says, I initially discovered you guys because of your recommendations of underrated horrors. You've given me some great ones. That's awesome. That's awesome, great. Ella. We should probably do more videos against Jenks. We don't do it enough. I feel like we don't do like recommendation videos enough anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of underrated horror. Maybe we just do like, yeah. This is loads. We and like I said, Blair Witch 2016. Even if people have heard of it, they don't know whether they want to watch it because they might think, oh, can't fancy it. But sometimes,
What's crazy about that one is that the ad campaign at the start, it was called The Woods. It was a surprise movie. They even released a trailer called The Woods. And even though that trailer was still Blair Witch and it's footage from Blair Witch, I still felt like I was robbed of a movie.
Yeah.
It was the same film.
Well, sorry, carry on.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's the exact same film.
Yeah.
It's not like they filmed fake footage for the trailer. The trailer was the Blair Witch trailer, but it was called The Woods.
Yeah.
But when they announced it was Blair Witch, I was like, oh, I was looking forward to The Woods.
Same film. Yeah, this year is pretty hot enough to be a decent horror year. At the start of the year, it was looking shit. But I haven't really looked at everything that's come out and decided. So far, I think probably it's probably either Final Destination or what came out recently now I really loved.
Weapons.
Weapons is probably going to be
Bring it
something
back.
Yeah, something else it was. Anyway, what's great about as much as we didn't like Conjuring 4, it's past 400 million. That's amazing. So
It
good for
is
horror.
It is amazing. It is.
Only thing is, your favorite director now, the guy who did that, the guy you fucking hate, he's going to be like, bring it on.
He's a guy. Don't care, boy. Don't care if you don't like me.
Yeah.
He'll be on to some other big project now. He'll probably end up directing the next Fast and Furious.
that film only made bank go because it's the last one and people were curious.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because it made more money than the third one. Made more money than all of them.
I'm calling in now, right? Here, live on YouTube. They bring back Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. Michael Chavez gets hired to direct it. That's my recommendation.
Yes. Right. Are you, I think we're done now, Kurt. Are you anything to add?
No, we've done our picks. I enjoyed that one, Jenks. I think we should do more.
It was a good one.
Don't even recommend it, Jenks. I've been lazy as hell on my channel.
I'll recommend
Don't go to
mine.
Cult Locker.
Check out my channel, Zombie Locker, if you love zombies. I just did a review for Dawn of the Dead and the best and worst zombie horrors for the 2000s. We've also got a Facebook channel, search Twisted Locker, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Anything to add, Kurt?
No, I'm all good. The only thing I'll say to end this one is I can just see who was mentioned, Sisu. I love that film, who. And the most unexpected sequel of all time. I never thought it would get a sequel because it didn't make bank. It's a bit of an underrated movie. It is sweeping up the reviews. People are absolutely raving about it. And it's now become, for the rest of the year, my most anticipated. I read Roger Ebert's review on Sisu 2 as he compared it to the difference between Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2.
Really?
Of like taking the same concept as the first movie, making it bigger, badder and better. And I'm like, all right, I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah.
But it's meant to be batshit.
I loved the first one. It was class.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Right, guys, we'll see you on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Have a good
guys.
night.